Hey guys, so my book, No More Faking It, was recently featured on a virtual love book tour across US and UK. So physical copies of my book traveled all around into the hands of some serious book lovers to read and review. So today I want to share with you some of the reviews to tell you a bit more what you can expect inside of the book. So let me first share the story from Amanda. So Amanda sent to me, as a woman who is getting older, I found this book to be super helpful and useful. Magda's style was refreshing and so good. I will totally go back to this book and take more notes. Thank you so much, and I'm really glad that you enjoyed it. Here is from Sherry. This is a book of female empowerment and is not meant to be read and put down. I think this is a book I will need to come back to and work on the centers and advice. I felt empowered after reading it once, and I am looking forward to spending more time with this book. So inside the book, No More Faking It, you will learn about 4 power centers. So you can think of them as your besties or as your personal board of directors. And these centers, they actually control our decisions. Hence, they control our love life, our sex life, and just life in generally. So inside the book, you're going to learn about these centers and how to use them so that any given moment in your life, you always know what is the best choice for you. So this is absolutely about empowering women to feel confident in deciding for themselves, knowing what is best for themselves, and really source that from within instead of outsourcing the power everywhere outside. This is especially important if, like me, you have tendencies of overgiving. This is a great book for all people pleasers and anyone with the anxious attachment style. Now from Daisy, 5 stars. As a woman in her late 50s, I found a lot of the information and the subject touched upon really relatable. Magda has a really refreshing, honest approach, and I liked her writing style very much. Thank you. I'd recommend this book for women of all ages, really. I know it's one I will use as a sort of reference book going forward. A useful, practical addition to my bookshelves. And check that pretty cover. So thank you so much for your comment. I do want to say something. This cover here, it wasn't easy to pick it, guys. I think if it wasn't for my friends and my coach and you as well, because some of you also assisted in the process of picking the cover, I think I could have gotten stuck there for months because it's such a big deal picking the cover of your book. But now that it's here, I absolutely love it. It is so me. And these are also my 2 favorite colors in case my jewelry wasn't giving it away already. Okay, here is a review from Lucy. This book is very powerful. It gives you different techniques on how to unlock past traumas. The tone is friendly. It feels like you're sitting down with a friend and listening to them. It's helpful and it's very easy to digest the information. That really was my intention. I highly recommend this book for any women out there that are wanting to increase their confidence, learn from mistakes, and understand their bodies better. Here is Jade. This is an inspiring book for any woman who's lied to herself for too long about what you actually want. It's empowering, inspiring, and just pure brilliance. I do love how the author has written it, like she's talking to you, the reader, like you're right there as a friend. So if you're stuck in a rut, give this one a read. The words flow so nicely and not heavy on the brain. And look how beautiful the cover is. Again, thank you so much. Now from Laura. Magda is relatable and honest and brave, and it was a refreshing read. I found the book to be inspiring, and it really reiterates how powerful women really are. It's perfect if you're single, maybe struggling to trust others, or are worried about getting into a relationship. Magda describes her own mistakes, and I've made many of them myself and learned from them. And I'm still learning. Magda reassures you that it's okay. The book is filled with practical advice, guided meditations and exercises, and more importantly, love and support for the reader, regardless of their situations. First of all, inside the book, you will find practices. So after each chapter, I'm asking you to follow through this little process of self-reflection. I find it's very, very important to have this moment with yourself to really apply the information. And then, yes, there are meditations inside the book for each of the 4 centers so that you can connect to them, and also additional practices on how to actually practically use these centers in your daily life. And as a bonus, when you get the book, you can download all these practices in the audio version as well. You can download them later so you can use them whenever you want. Now, Brie, I needed this. Sometimes, especially as working women, stay at home or out of the house, who are always on the run, we find ourselves in a wee bit of a rut. We just cannot get ourselves to the point of joy as easily as it used to be. Or like me, you just get distracted by life and everything that needs to be done and cannot find your way there without being derailed on the route to your joy. This book is open and honest about how to get back to finding your inner joy, how to get to your inner peace and then use that to find your voice, find yourself. It is so well written, so honest, and really does light the way to finding yourself. I found it very informative and helpful. You don't even have to be struggling to find this book useful and helpful towards just keeping a healthy connection to yourself. I highly recommend all women read it and use it to travel that journey for yourself. Something I also want to tell you. So inside the book, No More Faking It, I do talk about some very challenging times in my life. And these are the stories that I hadn't shared in public before. But the reason why I decided to include them, even though it felt quite uncomfortable, I won't lie, is because I wanted to show you that difficult times are part of life and that we are all strong enough to move through them. Most importantly is we will be making mistakes, but we can learn from that. I definitely have. And inside the book, you're gonna read about so many mistakes that I've done, but I have learned from that. One of the things that I did is understand how to work with my inner wisdom. So see, we're all molded in childhood to react in a certain way to triggers in life. So in the moment when I get triggered, I too want to go back to this, the pattern that I picked in childhood. But it just takes a second to remember that I have a tool, right? I have a tool that allows me to react differently, that allows me to choose differently. That's all I need, 1 second to remember I know how to work with my power centers. And I know about this. Like, I discovered that system. I developed it because of my mistake. So inside of the book, you will read a lot about this so that you can also understand what happens when we are faking it in life. Right? When we are faking in life, when we're not listening to ourselves, when we're not listening to the centers. I'm pretty sure you will relate to a lot of them. I want to say thank you so much to everyone who participated in the virtual book tour and also to everyone who has gotten the book. Guys, like, honestly, for me, it was a dream since I was a little girl to have a book. Now it's finally here. But the point is that it cannot exist without you. It's a co-creation. And the fact that, with all of the choices that are out there, you chose to pick my book, that is so humbling. So thank you. Honestly, anytime I check the reviews, I check the sales, and I see another book picked, another review, I'm so deeply grateful and humbled that you trust me, that you chose to invest your time and money to read this book. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you already have the book, if you loved it, it would mean the world to me if you could leave a review. So either go to Amazon or in any other place where you got the book, and if you could just leave the review if you loved it, to encourage other women to read it as well. And if you haven't yet, if you are not a proud owner of No More Faking It, you can buy it pretty much on any main online retailer for books. Of course, it's available on Amazon, and also the physical copy. We have this beautiful softcover and hardcover. These are available through Amazon. We also have the audio version through Audible as well, so you can pick whatever format works for you the best. My love, once again, thank you so much for all of your support. I really, really, really appreciate it deeply. And again, thank you for reading it, or thank you for getting it. And if you haven't, if you want it, go do it. Now, No More Faking It by Magda K. Thank you so much.